welcome to or back to my channel. Today, we're still sick, but that's not going to stop us from starting a reading vlog for the Kiss Curse. This is the second one. This one comes first. I read this in August. So this, then this, apparently. Seen this book all over BookTube. I didn't do a reading vlog with this one, but I liked it. So we're going to read the second one and see if we like that one too. I'm going to take you guys along with me. I'm probably going to check in every few chapters or read until something interesting happens and then check in with you when there's something interesting, or just every few chapters. We did a book review on this guy. And then I read this one, but I didn't do a review or a read along, and I wish I did because I ended up really liking this one. And then this is the second one. So we're going to learn from our mistakes. We're going to do a reading vlog and see how it goes. If I like this one, next year I want to reread all three of these and annotate them. So our main character in this book, Vivi, we're following her cousin in the Kiss Curse that we're reading now. But we figure out that she and the love interest Rise from this book end up getting married between this book and this book. So they're married now. And this book follows the cousin Gwen. So Rise, who marries Gwen in the first book, has a brother named Wells. And we figure out that Wells is going to be coming to the town where Gwen and Viv live. He's being sent there by his dad to handle some stuff. And I think that it's setting it up so that he's going to be our love interest. I'm thinking that the mystery plot is going to be tied around them becoming love interest for each other. But we'll have to see. So we just figured out that Wells is the love interest. He ends up accidentally putting a love curse, or they both kind of end up accidentally putting a love curse on each other. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Okay, so we got to chapter 23 last night. I forgot to check in before I went to bed. It was just late. I'm sick and I was tired. So far in the book, they've realized that they both have feelings for each other, but they're now trying to work together to figure out what this girl that comes back to the town is doing and what she's up to. So they're working together to figure out what's going on with this girl named Morgan, because she's moved back to the town where they're in right now, where like the setting of the book is. And she is doing magic, and they can sense magic. Apparently in this book, witches can kind of sense magic. And the magic she's doing isn't necessarily horrible or bad, but they can see that something's off with it. She's giving off weird vibes, and they're intrigued as to why and what's going on. Why is she back in town all of a sudden? What is this weird thing we're sensing with her? So they're doing some digging into that. And they've also recognized each other's feelings for each other outside of the love spell situation, which I don't want to talk about too much because I don't want to completely spoil the book. I think that this one is a little spicier than this one. If you read this one and you wish it was a little spicier, then read this one. I feel like if you read this one and you're like, ooh, that was a little too much, then go get this one. Or if you like spicy books, I guess. It's not spicy. It's not a spicy book. It's not like that. Just a little bit more than this one is what I'm trying to say. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I making any sense right now? Okay, so I'm just popping in real quick because I said it wasn't a spicy book, and then that's all chapter 23 was. So I was wrong again, and we're just gonna move on from here and finish the book and see how the rest of it is. So it's the next day again. We finished this last night. It definitely did get spicier than anticipated. Definitely more so than this one. I like this one more. It definitely gets spicier than you think. It ends on a positive note, which I really appreciate. it's kind of a grumpy sunshine trope where he's grumpy and she's kind of more outgoing and talkative and happier, and they end up together. So if you're into grumpy sunshine trope, I think you'd like this one. Honestly, I found his character a little bit boring, but I like how she brings out a better side in him, a more positive and outgoing side of him. I think the plot twist was really good with the mystery portion, and I also feel like I need a third book to know what happens with the dad and if the third brother gets a romance book. Also, we hate Morgan. We hate Morgan. We hate Rises and Wells' dad. We hate him. I really want Bowen, the werewolf brother, to get his own book next. Also, like, where does Morgan go? She just disappears. They're like, she's in another dimension. We'll leave it at that.
It's crazy.
I love how big of a part the cat plays. I also really appreciated her cat in this book as a consistent character throughout it. I think that he really adds to the plot, and I really like the parts with him, and I think he's really cute. So if there is a book 3, I would love to see the cat again in the third book, because one of my favorite things about these books, both of these books, is her cat, our main character Gwen's cat. In the acknowledgments in the back, our author, talks about how Gwen's cat is based off of her 2 cats, and also about adopting cats in the back. So that's really cute. If you have this, I recommend also reading the acknowledgments. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read either one of these and what you thought of them. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.